All right, let's talk about something that seems so simple, but man, it can turn into a massive headache. Trying to manage your team's availability. We're going way beyond just setting an email auto reply here. We're talking about turning a basic schedule into a real tool for getting things done. So let's dive in and start with the tools you probably already have.
I mean, seriously, have you? My guess is a big yes. You've got vacations, people working from home, client visits, sick days. It's a mess. Trying to figure out who's actually around can feel like you're solving a puzzle, but half the pieces are missing. It's a universal pain point for sure. So, at its heart, Outlook's out of office feature is kind of like a communication one-two punch. First, it drops a block on your calendar, which is a big visual cue to your teammates that you're not around. And second, it fires off those automatic email replies. So, you're managing expectations for anyone trying to get in touch. Okay, so to get started, let's just look at the tools that everyone with Outlook has right at their fingertips. We're going to cover how to use the standard built-in stuff to manage your own schedule. This is ground zero, the baseline that we all work from. Setting your own status is really straightforward. You just create a new event, but here's the key. You have to change the show as status to out of office. That's what usually turns the block that distinct purple color, so it really pops. And the great thing is, this process is pretty much the same everywhere, on your desktop, on the web, even on your phone. And Outlook does give you some pretty decent control. You can write one auto reply for your coworkers and a different, maybe more formal one for external clients. You can hide the details of a sensitive appointment, and you can even set up recurring events, like if you work from home every Friday. For just managing yourself, these tools are actually pretty solid. But, and this is a big but, here's where it all starts to fall apart. What works perfectly for one person's calendar becomes a total bottleneck when you're trying to see what an entire team is doing. This is that breaking point where the standard tools just can't hang.
Exactly, right? How in the world are you supposed to get a clear, instant picture of who's in the office, who's out on vacation, and who's working from their couch? When you're trying to plan a project launch or just make sure the week is covered, this one question becomes absolutely critical. And here's the thing. Standard Outlook was never really built for that kind of team-wide view. The moment you try to overlay more than a couple of calendars, it just becomes this chaotic, colorful mess. Plus, you're totally locked into Outlook's data. As soon as your team starts to grow, the system that was supposed to help you becomes a major roadblock. And that sentence just nails it, doesn't it? The very same tool that brings clarity to your personal schedule becomes a source of complete confusion and inefficiency when you try to scale it to a team. You just need something more powerful. And this is where a specialized solution like Virto Calendar comes into the picture. It is designed from the ground up to smash through that roadblock and give you the team-wide clarity that Outlook simply can't. Let's look at how it totally upgrades your approach. This side-by-side really tells the whole story. See, Outlook is a closed system. Virto, on the other hand, opens up your entire Microsoft world. This is a game changer. It means your calendar can finally pull in data from your project plans and planner or vacation schedules living on a SharePoint site, giving you one complete, beautifully color-coded picture. So what this really means is you can build a true command center for your team's time. Just imagine seeing team vacations from HR SharePoint list, project deadlines from Planner, and even which meeting rooms are booked, all in one single clean view. That is the kind of clarity we're talking about. And to be clear, this isn't just about making a prettier calendar. This is about making smarter decisions. When you can pull in unlimited data sources and visualize them in a way that makes sense, you stop just scheduling and you start doing real organizational logistics. You can make sure you've always got the right people on the right tasks at the right time. And that's really the holy grail, isn't it? Cutting through the noise of a dozen different schedules to get one single unified view. That gives you total, unmistakable clarity. Okay, so we've got the right tool, but a tool is only as good as the habits you build around it. So let's wrap this up with some simple best practices that you and your team can start using right away to make sure everybody stays on the same page. The big takeaways here are pretty simple, but they're so effective. First, plan ahead. It avoids all that last-minute scrambling. Second, centralize everything into one shared team calendar. This needs to be your single source of truth. And finally, be clear in your auto replies and be smart about who gets to see what.
I absolutely love this quote because it completely reframes how we should be thinking about this. We're not just talking about booking days off. We're talking about turning your team's calendar into a powerful strategic tool that helps you plan better, protect your team from burnout, and actually boost productivity. So, that's the final question I want to leave you with. Really think about how your team is managing its time right now. Is your calendar just a list of dates? Or are you using it as the powerful strategic asset it could be? Because making that shift can be totally transformative. Thanks for joining me.